ooky spooky session. This is your reading for Tuesday, April 2nd. If you would like to see the spread, go to LVX MediaNet on Instagram. It will be published in the stories. I am using Angel Tarot today. It's a new one. So yeah, go check that out. All right, here, let's get into it. The theme card today is the inverted Nine of Pentacles. Keywords or key phrases, living beyond our means or being guarded, secretive. The tool card is the inverted Eight of Pentacles. It's like lacking motivation and poor quality of workmanship. They're typically interrelated. The obstacle is the inverted Knight of Swords. It's a rudeness, tactlessness, and aggressiveness. Underscore today is the Queen of Pentacles. The message here is to trust yourself and be yourself unapologetically. The Sixth Instinct, that's the new little oracle add-on that I have going on here. This one is manifestation, which, if you're listening to this, you probably know what that is, but it's to make our desires reality with intent and action, right? So the moon today, last quarter. So this one is take account of what has taken place throughout this moon cycle so far and start preparing to prepare for the new moon. All right, let's get into it. So this, I don't know how many days in a row this is of bad reads, but here's another one. The inverted Nine of Pentacles. In this position, when it's inverted, suggests that there's a lot of financial insecurity behind a facade. Like reckless spending to keep up appearances of being more successful than you really are. So take this card to be, when it's in as a theme, take it to be a sign of needing to reevaluate what's been going on and really stop and consider if these material possessions that are filling your life are really matter as much as you might think that they do. Alternatively, another interpretation is that there's a chance that that we're not spending recklessly for the sake of appearances, but perhaps it's we're trying to fill an intangible void. You know what I mean? Like a hole in our hearts, and we're just trying to fill it with material possessions. That's another possible interpretation. The tool that we have for an undertaking of the self-reflective period that is suggested by the theme card, it's an indirect interpretation. So the card usually signifies performative work that results in an output with superficial quality. That is to say, busy work or doing something for the sake of looking busy and doing just enough to skate by as just so that it looks like you're being productive. But like, how is this, how can this be a tool? I think that we have to combine a bit of the theme card. So now that we're aware that there's something, deeper at play going on, we can course correct here. So pull away from the crappy quality of work and the self-reflective period. Think about the questions that were posed by the theme, like, are you trying to keep up appearances for people? Like, what's the line from Fight Club? Like, we buy shit we don't need to impress people we don't even like? Or is it that, you have something deeper missing and you're trying to fill it with possessions? So, yeah, regardless of which path the theme presented that fits your life better right now, the idea is that a cooling off period is necessary. So the obstacle that we have, I think it's, to put it really simply, you can sum it up with the word stubbornness, but it's a lot more layered than that. The Knight, like the story of the Knight card in the Knight of Swords, this is usually like trying to think of like medieval Knights of the Round Table type of gallantry and really rational, logical thinking. But this particular knight has lost his way a bit, both physically and like the moral compass is askew, I think is another way to put it. So right now, because this knight is inverted, is lost, rather than being cool and collected, his emotions are getting the better of him, and he is refusing help in very harsh ways and is making haphazard decisions to try to find his way, get back on the right path. So in the context of the reading, that's how that story applies to this. Is the card suggests that that material splurging right now is not in keeping with our moral compass, but like I said, you're just trying to fill a void with material possessions, a void in your heart, or you're trying to impress people that you don't even care about anyway. So what is necessary is accepting that what we're doing is wrong, but rather than doing that, we're doubling down, tripling down. That's the stubbornness part of it. So remember the tool card's advice here. Take a step back, reassess what is happening. Recalibrate when you've had enough time to cool off. The underscore, I think, is a good reminder of what was happening before the knight lost his way, to keep it in that allegorical. So, trust yourself. You have the power to pull back from whatever chaos is in front of you and recompose yourself, and then re-engage once you're ready. Be unapologetically yourself, but I think that is the gallant, chivalrous knight, and that has a cool head. You know what I mean? The Sixth Instinct card is a compliment perfectly. One of my favorite boxers, his name is Deontay Wilder. He's not doing so great these days, but like at the peak of his fame and success, one of his phrases was "Speak it, believe it, receive it." I mean, that's what you expect a boxer to come up with, but I'm thinking that the Sixth Instinct of manifestation, our ability to speak it, believe it, and receive it, is like we're trusting ourselves, we're trusting the process, and so we're going to get back on course if we commit to it. The moon phase, I think, complements the tool card, which is to pull back and take account of how things have been going and recalibrate as needed. The stone that I pulled for today, it's a simpler one, but it's the perfect anchor, which I pulled obsidian. Its best uses are finding and clearing emotional hurdles that are keeping us from reaching our potential or pulling us away from the potential that we had been striving towards. And it's also good for clarity and honesty in self-reflection. So, if you were thinking that I'm just gonna buy one more thing and then I'll stop, then I'll do the pull away and self-reflection, the coin flip was a no. So don't do that. If you're wondering, how do I get all of these cards? Where do they come from? How do I pick them? How do I pick the stone of the day? How does the coin flip? All that shit. If you want to see how that works, if you go to Patreon, look us up, LVX Media Net, the Ooky Spooky tier. I post a video every Friday or Saturday, at the end of the week, that shows how I did all of the readings for the entire week. So you can see how it all came together for yourself. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, 833-LUXPODS, you can call or text. If you call in and leave a voicemail, I can cut your audio in, but if you don't want to do that, then that's fine. Text works just as well. I think it's important to mention that DMing on social media is not private. Like, it's not just me. I'm not the only one that has access to that account. All right, so keep that in mind if you're trying to keep it as much to a one-to-one conversation. So if you want to text or call, you can do that. If you want to get a personal reading, go to the website lvxmedia.net. Go to the you can go to /spooky if you want to type it in, or just hit the ooky spooky button. It's right there at the top. And on that page, there's a form you can fill out that will everything. If you want a personal reading, you can fill out all that stuff. You can look through all the artwork for the different decks that I have, so you can pick which one speaks to you. I think personally that's really important. It's an important part of getting a reading, is what artwork speaks to you. So shit, man, I'm starting to ramble on, like going on a while here, and I'm by myself. Fuck. I think that's it. I've mentioned Deontay Wilder, lots of boxing news. He was actually on my mind because he was in the news for recent announcement for his next fight coming up. So if you want to check that out, Boxing B-Sides, wherever you're listening to this, you can find it there too. MMA stuff is also coming up, UFC 300, if you're into that. So I'll stop rambling and end this now. See you tomorrow. Same ooky time, same spooky place.